How does it feel now that you've completed the main part of the game? What's the general atmosphere at Crystal, and how does everyone feel about Underworld?
I think we're all quite proud, actually. I think there's a simultaneous sort of... Some people are still pretty tired and catching up on their sleep. Everyone's been cranking and working super hard for the last few years. And there's also just a feeling of great accomplishment. You know, this is a great feat that we've accomplished, and now it's about to be released out into the world, and we'll see how the public receives it.
So have you had time to sit down and play through the game?
I've played through the game, yeah.
And how is it after putting in all the hours to finally see the finished product?
Well, it's always amazing to watch the project go from fragments that look like they're going to work and bits that look unpolished, and then seeing it transform, normally in the very last few months of the game development, into a final polished product, and that's always quite impressive to see.
Cool. But your work hasn't finished, because obviously there's some downloadable content coming up for the 360. Is there anything you can tell us about that? I mean, has work started on that already, or...?
We are underway.
Okay, yeah, because there's 2 coming up. Is there any information that you can give out on what people can expect to see? Because I know that they're supposed to be pretty epic, to coin a phrase.
They're what? Supposed to be what?
Epic, that's the word, Toby.
Epic, it's the
Epic,
word.
exactly.
It's the watchword, right?
Right. So is there any details you guys can pass on about the downloadable content?
Well, I don't think that we are able to actually describe it particularly. I think that the names of the packs being released, and I think that they give fairly solid clues about what the packs contain. I do definitely think that people will be excited when it does come out what they're about, because they aren't necessarily, well, not what people are necessarily expecting, and I think that that people will be pretty excited when they do learn what they are, because they're different than anything they will have played before.
Okay, so that sounds quite epic, and we'll leave it at that, and people have to keep an eye on TombRaider.com for more information over the next few weeks. I've heard that you guys have also worked on a trailer and a TV ad that are coming up, which I've seen and is absolutely fantastic. How much work did you guys actually end up having to put into that to get it complete?
I would say it was probably about 8 weeks of work for a core team of people, and then more people worked on it, you know, for a few weeks at a time or a few days at a time. But it was probably about 8 weeks ago that we started, and just now it's in the bag. In the can, cool. As Toby likes to say.
And what was it that you guys wanted to show or get across in the trailer before you started?
Well, the main concept behind the trailer was to properly show people the concept of Lara against her environment, and it's kind of trying to demonstrate the tagline, which is explore everything, stop at nothing. So we wanted to give people a bit of a preview of the types of environments that she'd be going through, and also her unstoppability. If only there was such a word.
And is there anything in the trailer that the community are going to see for the first time, or any particular highlights from your point of view that you think are going to blow the fans away?
Well, we're hoping actually the whole thing will blow everyone away, because there's a few sections in there that I don't think anyone has seen before.
And we've also got Catherine here as a special guest. So Catherine, can you tell us when people are going to be able to see the trailer online?
Hello, yes, so it'll be aired for the first time on the 14th of November at 11 PM, and that's Pacific time in the US on GameTrailers.com. It's part of their Spike TV programming. And then in Europe, you'll be able to see it on sun.co.uk in the UK, on MSN in France, and then Yahoo in Germany, and that's from 7 AM GMT on Saturday morning. And the TV spot will start to be aired from the 19th of November onwards. I know that in the UK it will be aired for the first time between the England and Germany football match. So if you're big football fans, you'll get a double whammy that night, because you'll see both the TV spot and a great football match.
in Germany. Brilliant.
Absolutely!
And while I've got you there, Catherine, I know there's a lot of people in the community who'd be keen to hear. Are we going to be able to release any renders of any of the characters, like Natla or anyone in the game?
Maybe.
All right, well, I'll speak to you
We're
about that soon.
working on it here.
Thanks, Catherine. And so I've got one final question for Toby and Forrest. If you had to say, looking at the development on Underworld, obviously you've got hundreds of hours in now. If there was one thing that you're most pleased with and most proud about the game as a whole, what would that be for you guys?
I would say, for me, I think there are sort of two things. I think, being the cinematics producer, it's sort of like picking your favorite child, because it's all amazing and there's all so much to be proud of. On the animation end, I think that a huge win of doing the mocap was that we had time to really dial in Lara's facial expressions. And so I'm very proud of the way that we were able to, get Lara's face to be very expressive. We also had custom lighting, which also helped to show off her very expressive face. And then also I just have been blown away by the audio process. I've been very humbled working with the very hardworking audio department and seeing that process come together, because that was new for me personally.
Good. And how about you, Toby? So I guess you had a hand in the scripting as well, did you not?
In the script, well, not so much. Just mostly in the story, the overall plotting of the game. But no, I'm proud of all the scenes that the guys and girls here put together. It's by far and away the best set of scenes that we've ever made. So I'm just impressed with the whole group of people who worked on it, because everybody upped their game so significantly for this particular outing.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time, guys, and for all the answers. I'll let you get back to work, 'cause obviously the downloadable contents means there's no rest for the wicked. And keep your eyes on TombRaider.com for all the latest news on the DLC, which will be coming out in the next few weeks. And of course, Underworld's available on the 18th over in the US and the 21st in Europe and elsewhere. So thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, all the best, and that's it from TombRaider.com for now.